it was pretty amazing. For the next hour or so, as the rain pounded down, the creek came up and became this torrent, and all the used car lot basically took on water. So these cars that I used to think, I didn't like living next door to a car lot because I'd always smell oil. I'd always hear the loudspeakers on the car lot. There wasn't much I liked about it. It was not very, they were not very ecologically conscious. But I saw that used car lot empty as the cars began to float, and they would float towards Shoal Creek and then catch the main current. And then they would hit the bridge on 6th Street with this loud bang. It was crazy. There was one house next door, and it was a garage apartment. And I saw a couple that I knew. They were upstairs, and they were yelling at me saying, "Call for help! Call for help!" Evidently, one of the couple's parents were there, and they were having heart palpitations. And you know, we called, we did what we could. I mean, the landline worked for a while, and we did call 911. But there was really nothing to do except wait. And you wondered, how long is this rain going to go on? How long is the creek, the river, going to keep rising? And it was just wild. So we were all very scared, very nervous, and I felt kind of responsible because I could swim and no one else could. And I saw Miguel had just bought a used Cadillac, and it was taking on water and beginning to float away off of the driveway. He wanted to go out and save it. This was his first real material possession of any sort. But he didn't know how to swim, so I had to talk him out of, no, you can't. You've got to stay here. Just let it go. But we watched everything get cleared out, everything go into the river, bang up against the wall. Things, buildings crumble. A house next door started falling apart. There was no one in that house. And I mean, through the grace of God, through whatever, finally the rain subsided. We took on 4 feet of water in the office. So all my office materials, as well as my beloved record collection and collectibles, were all gone, basically. I mean, everything took on water. The office was completely trashed. Miguel's room was completely trashed. The people upstairs didn't suffer too much damage other than their car downstairs had floated away. Everybody's cars were gone. And those cars that didn't float away took on so much water, they were basically ruined. But I guess after about 3.5 hours of this, the water subsided to the point. The first person I saw was the guy who led the band I managed. Joaquin Carrasco came in a rowboat up to our steps. You know, do y'all need help? And it's like, well, the danger had passed, but it was pretty clear people were beginning to come in, but there was really nothing to be done other than the fact that it took it took several weeks to clean up the mud that had come into the office. And to me, the great lesson of all this was you can't take it with you. And I look back at it now as very much of a cleansing experience. But I'd never seen the force of nature like I'd seen that night, and it was pretty scary and something to respect. I've been in flash floods since, but I know well enough to turn around, don't drown, and to respect what that could do. The great thing about it all is it really did clean up the car lot for the first time in my life. That's now Idea City, that whole area, so I look at it very differently. But on that one night, I saw my life pass in front of me, and I was just glad I never had to make that decision. Who do you save, yourself or the people with you?